afternoon, this is Mr. Riley, and I'm going to give you a demonstration on the Cengage Lab 4.2 troubleshooting common network problems. What we want to get out of this is basically how to troubleshoot Windows updates, network conductivity due to firewall issues, and resolve DNS client issues. Let me go ahead and refresh that. Okay, so we're going to need three machines on DC. PLAB DC01 comes on automatically. We're going to go ahead and turn on PLAB M01. I did that already. And also PLAB Win10. Go ahead and turn that on. Okay, so we're going to go over to PLAB Win10 first. And I've been working on other labs. Hopefully I remember the password. I did. Okay, very good. Okay. If not, you can always do the auto log on. Okay, so we're going to click on here, right mouse, go to settings. In settings, we're going to go to security and update. And from there, Windows Update status may indicate retry updates, failed updates. So let's click on update and security, Windows updates. Okay. And there we have our updates right there. Now with these labs, they really don't connect to the internet, so we're just going to kind of looking these over. Click the applicable button under Windows updates to create a scenario of a power cut on the computer. Click reboot. Okay. So, reboot. It was showing updates in progress, and now we have, oops, power cut. So now we're gonna let it, it'll come back up in a moment. I'm gonna pause for now. Okay, go back to PLAB Win10 and log on. Okay, so you will assume that the Windows Update is unable to collect update from the internet, so we're going to go to Services. Okay. Under Services, scroll down to Windows Update. These are alphabetical, so it should be right near the bottom. Double click on it to go to the properties, or you can right mouse click on it and go to properties, either one. On the Windows Update dialog box, click Startup Type and select Disable. And then click Apply. After applying the changes in Startup from Service, click Stop, and that will stop the service. Just disabling it did not stop the service. Now it is stopped. Please wait while changes to Windows Update properties apply. In the Windows Update properties shows the startup type as disabled. And there it is. Oh, I'm sorry. Click OK. Windows Update property show startup type is disabled. Click Stop. We did this. When the services status indicates stop, click OK and then close services. Go to File Explorer, expand this PC, go to the C drive, Windows, Software Distribution, and click Download folder. And these are the updates it has been downloading. Access the Details pane. Right click on the selected items, access the depot, and select all items. So come here, all items. I did that by holding Control and pressing A for all, and then delete. It's giving me, but just move on. So all items should have been successfully deleted. Type in the search box. I'm going to go ahead and close this. Serve up. Services.msc is Microsoft Console, which is this right here. It gets you to the same place. From the services, scroll down to the Windows Update and go to the properties again. So we'll go down here. And basically what we're doing here and why we're doing this is we're going, like we have corrupted updates, like they're half done. We went ahead and cleared out the folder, and we're just we stopped it so we won't continue to get them until we clear out the folder. So, Windows updates, manual, set this back to manual, apply it, and then start the service back up again. And it takes a moment. Now, one of the nice things, like if you have something quit working on one of these machines, you can always stop and restart the service instead of restarting the computer. Now, that's not such a big deal for an individual computer, but if it works the same way with a server, you don't always want to be restarting a server because then other things could become unavailable. Okay, so it is now. It's running, service status, okay? Click OK, and go ahead and close services. Okay. Usually it's best to restart Windows 10 to refresh the system after a change in the properties windows. So, and we're going to go ahead and restart. And I'm going to pause while this does this. Okay, I had this set to auto log on, but if you don't see this after a couple of minutes, hit the refresh button and it should come up. So once we're in here, click type in the search box, update. And we are back into Windows updates. On the upstairs, check for updates, click check for updates. A list of available updates appears in the download and will automatically start. Keep the download process uninterrupted at this process. This process will take some time to complete. So all these showed up here. You can proceed to the next task. Okay, task 2, resolve connectivity issues due to firewall issues. By default, Windows 10 has a default firewall rule defined. These rules prevent unauthorized access to Windows 10 device from other computers in the network. The test net connection, a Windows PowerShell commandlet, is a useful tool for verifying connectivity with the local and remote devices. This task will illustrate how to test connectivity with other Windows devices. So we're going to switch machines over here to plab MD01, log in. Okay. In the Server Manager toolbar, or Server Manager dashboard once open, click to Tools, Hyper-V Manager. Okay. From Hyper-V Manager, right-click plab Win 10. plab and connect. Okay. From plab Win, this plab Win 101 on the plab DM01 virtual machine connection, click Start. Now this is kind of interesting. You're running a virtual machine inside a virtual machine. Probably on another virtual machine. Okay. We'll wait till this comes up here. Okay, this is a Windows 10 machine, so we can just basically click in here and then Practice Labs Administrator, and we're going to log on with capital P A S S W 0 R D. And I clicked on the maximize to go full screen as best I could on here. Okay. To test connectivity in the plab 10 administrators, such as the $, $, $D$, and so on, you will map a network drive to the. So right-click the Start and click Windows PowerShell. And type in net space use x colon space plab win 10 /c $. And what that does, it creates a share on the C drive on plab win 10. Okay. Please wait while the network connection to the remote computer processes. Message this command completed successfully, which it did. The C $ is an administrative share that's available on every Windows device. And actually, to show you this, that's what the command looks like. Okay. Okay, to test connectivity to the file server and print sharing service on plab win 10, type the following command. So we're going to do, gotta click in here, test net c test net connection dash computer name space plab win 10 common TCP port SMB. Now you can hit the tab to do the, complete the command. And so it's going to run this check. And now we did this in the past, so you guys should be pretty familiar with this. Okay, and it should come back up with PLAB Win10 IP address, port 445, which is SMB. It runs on, we went over Ethernet connection, and then the source IP address was 192.168.0.10, which is the virtual machine we're on right now, 101. Okay, this means the file and print sharing port is enabled on Win10. Very good. Okay, so now we're going to resolve DNS client errors. Windows relies on domain naming service to find devices and services in an Active Directory domain. You can manage Windows 10 DNS client settings manually by assigning a static IP address or a dynamic IP address using DHCP, Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. This task will illustrate DNS client errors that occur if an IP configuration is not set up properly. So we're going to go back to PLAB Win10. We're going to go ahead, I'm going to minimize this. We're going to right mouse click, go to PowerShell. To set a preferred and alternate DNS server, we're going to type this command. Set DNS client server address dash interface alias Ethernet server address one 192.168.0.3 2, comma, close quote, comma, next quote, 192.168.0.3, close quote, close bracket. Okay, I got no error messages. That's a good thing. So, no confirmation appears after the preferred alternate DNS server. So, I like to say no news is good news. So that's pretty much what it looks like. The command. Okay. Windows devices keep a cache of DNS server from which it is requested name resolution. So to see this, we can just basically let me click back here into PowerShell. I'm going to do this. Maybe this will help a little bit. Okay. IP config space display DNS, and this will show all the DNS records in the resolver cache on the local machine here. The Windows IP configuration appears showing the proxy server PLAB Window 10. Connects to fetch content from the internet. The information presented here is collected from the host file in the PLab Win10 drive. Okay, so to see the effects of using an incorrect DNS server type, let's go ahead and type this command. Ping PLABDC01.practicelabs.com. It's not working very well. Yeah, it's ping request could not find the host, PLABDC01, because it was using the wrong DNS server. So what we're going to do is reset that back. Now, to save a little time, if you use the arrow up key, you can type in like set DNS client server address dash interface alias Ethernet server address, and we're just going to remove some of this and set it to the right address. Since we're using only one of these, we don't need the brackets. And we're going to set it to 1, like that's where it should have been. We'd set it to 2 and 3. So, and this shows the command we should have run. And now we're going to try the ping command over again. Ping plab dc01 practicelabs.com, and ta-da, we are getting some pings now. All good pings. The usual standard reply from the ping packets. From the Windows File Explorer, expand C drive, Windows, System 32, which you'll have to scroll down to, System 32, drivers, these are alphabetically, drivers, and then click the etc. You'll see the host file. Right mouse, open with Notepad. It's fine. And this is the host file. This is a throwback to prior to DNS. So from the host Notepad window, place the insertion of I'm going to look to see where they placed it. Okay, so what we're going to do is add this very last line, 192.168.0.2, which is wrong, and then so. PLABDC01 dot. And then we're going to do file, save. Go ahead and we're going to minimize File Explorer here. Rerun the ping command. And it should fail because it looks at the host file. Go ahead and take a screenshot of that. Okay. Leave everything going, then next. And here we go. Well done, you completed the Troubleshooting Common Network Practice Lab. Test your knowledge with these tasks. So, which of the following actions are applicable in order to clear the software distribution folder in Windows 10. So if you look back, and I'm going to let you guys figure these out. So once you've done all these, submit your report, and very good. I hope this helps. You all have a great day.